What happened?
All right, everybody.
What's up?
We are live everywhere.
Yep, the L&D Project.
Welcome to the L&D Project. I am the L in the equation, otherwise known as the Mexican Chupacabra. This is the D in the project, also
Canadian
known as
polar
the
bear.
Canadian fucking polar bear. We're coming at you guys live tonight. How's it going? What's going on? We're here talking about real shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a dab so we can
Honest
get going. Been doing all kinds of stuff today. I think I've earned myself a little dab.
A little dab.
A little, well, a little big dab.
A medium,
big little dab,
A medium dab, a medium big
dab.
dab.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Who's gonna see?
We're live on all of our devices, but I originally today I intended to show you. I don't know if you've seen it. I could probably show it to you on here. YouTube did-caught destruction. Really? I'll have to type it in. But there was actually a power plant. I don't know where it was, but it reminded me of the power plant in The Simpsons.
Uh-huh.
And it's that power plant, and they fucking destroyed it.
Was it here in the States?
I don't know where it was, but they destroyed it, and it's called the Did-Caught Power Plant, I believe, or whatever. And then, so the video you got to look up is Did-Caught Destruction, but it's basically just this massive power plant. It looks just like it reminds me of the one on The Simpsons, and it's just falling down.
What was their town?
Did-Caught.
No.
Oh, Springfield.
The Springfield nuclear power plant.
Yeah. My favorite line from that is they were talking about, like, they didn't want to have kids or whatever, and Homer tells Marge, I'm sterile, right? And she says, yes, dear, from the power plant.
Yeah.
So I've always thought that was...
yeah, plus you got that...
Right here, watch. Did-Caught Power Station Demolition, right here.
Oh, demolition.
Watch this, dude. Oh, my God. Come on.
Wow.
I don't want to watch all 3 minutes of it right here.
Did-Caught
Demolition.
Did-Caught.
You got to watch
this. Odd name. Where is that?
Did-Caught. I don't know where Did-Caught is.
That doesn't sound like a...
We're live on all our devices, so I can't necessarily Google that for you right now. But
right.
God, I can't wait to do a dab while we're doing this. It would be cool. So yeah, dude, you got to watch this, dude. It is insane. It is absolutely insane. Watch this. And I know those of you that are just audio with us, you can't see this, but it's just
definitely go and look it up.
Go and look up Did-Caught Power Plant Destruction and just, look at that.
Whoa.
Just massive.
Wow. To get that, you know how much?
Jesus.
To
just
get
those
that
massive.
Yeah, but do you know how much explosive they had to use to get that type of precision drop?
Well, just, oh my God.
For it to cave in on itself to get that kind of...
And that dog is pissed. That dog did not like that at all.
He's freaking out is what he is.
Look at this again. Look, there it is again. Look at all those people that got to see that. That is, look at that.
But look how precise. Look how precise. You don't realize.
And then look, they let out one last smoke each.
Look at the power lines going.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. So yeah, I wanted to show you that because I thought
look at different angle.
Oh, I didn't even see.
Oh my God! If you didn't know that was going down, you saw
and
that.
You just saw that. Yeah, you'd be like, oh my God!
On the phone to your mom, pack your bags.
They just destroyed the power plant. Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen that video, I highly recommend you look it up. The Did-Caught Power Plant Destruction. It's absolutely fucking crazy. You didn't see that, Dan, but what did you think about that?
That was pretty dope. What got me is how precise that... I've watched a lot of demolition videos. I just like watching shit get blown up. But people, like, there's companies that's
stoned already. Not yet, but I'm gonna work on it for you.
There's companies that's all they do is knock down buildings that need to be knocked down.
Right, exactly.
And they're precise. They're so precise. And that was like, I mean, somebody paid a lot of money to have something like that dropped like that.
Oh, dude. I mean, yeah.
That was like,
and just like you said, it's something I didn't even think of. Just the level of precision that it takes to drop those like that, just to know the right amount of...
And precision means at that precision, something that size.
Just bringing something down like that with nobody dying.
That's
and bringing that all down together nice like that. That is...
Yeah, but do you realize the amount of dynamite explosives?
Do they still just use dynamite to bring down buildings, or do they use like C4 now or something? We got a comment there.
I think it.
Dan, you want to read that comment? We got a comment there. I don't want to be leaving anyone out.
All right. No, I think it depends on. Are you guys
juggalos? No, we're not juggalos.
No, we're not.
I've actually never been a big what are they? The ICP, right? ICP, Insane Clown Posse. Never been a big fan of.
Nope.
Never been a big fan of them. But hey, to each their own. And if that's your thing, more to you.
Yeah.
So, but us personally, no, we are not juggalos. But thanks for the question.
I'm not even sure where the
keep on coming with the questions. We'd love to hear from you. That was the first one of the night. And again, I don't know. Do you want to be a juggalo? Maybe.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I think that's what they call have you ever heard of that music group, the Insane Clown Posse?
Yes.
If you're like a fan of their music, I guess
you're a juggalo.
I guess. I'm probably watering it down way more than it actually is, but from my understanding.
Well, speaking of insane, have you ever seen those videos of the guys that dress up like scary clowns, and they're gonna go like scare people, like random people on the street? And then they catch those brothers down in the parking garage.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And the brothers are like,
well, that reminds me of
we can run or we could just fuck these motherfuckers up. And they do, man. They just fuck them up.
Have you seen the one where that guy puts like a spider costume on his dog?
Yes.
Yeah, I love videos like that.
That is awesome because people, wow.
Well, and me and you, we do haunted houses, so I think we naturally like videos like that, where where we get to see people getting scared and stuff. Because I just think we like that. Me personally, I know I myself enjoy being scared. I like the feeling of being scared. I like the adrenaline rush of having some fear
in a controlled environment.
I don't. Well, yeah, like purposely scaring yourself, making yourself scared. Inducing that scare. Whether in a haunted house or with the movie or witchcraft or whatever.
I've done it on my bike plenty of times.
Yeah, or on a bike. Give yourself that adrenaline rush. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So I think that's for me why I like haunted houses. But I think that's why I like watching those videos too. Is because I laugh and I laugh and I laugh because I know the adrenaline rush that those guys are getting when they're doing that and what they're feeling. They're on cloud nine. They're like, yeah, we're scaring people. And it's the best feeling in the world to me.
You want true fear? So you're going down the interstate and it's a shitty ass day.
To you guys.
It's raining. You're on your bike. You're geared up in your rain gear. You're doing an interstate speed, 70, 75 miles an hour. And then a semi comes the other way. And you just get blacked out with water.
Big dad there.
Just get whited out with water.
Yes, we do. Me and Dan both work in haunted houses. That's actually how we met. I was actually the actor manager, and Dan came down and applied, and I liked him so much, I hired him.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a little bit.
Well, I have.
Okay.
I do it every year. I like to consider myself one of the best haunted house actors here in Denver, Colorado. Acting in a haunted house to me is all improv acting. It's all acting. When you think of acting, you think of with a script. Do they pay good?
No, you're not going to.
They don't pay good. No,
but it is a shit ton of fun.
You do not get rich acting in haunted houses.
It is a shit ton of fun.
It's more about the passion and about the fun. Back in the day when I've been doing haunted houses for 13 years. This will be my 14th year this year. And when I very first started, I did it for free. So.
Yeah, you're not going to get rich, but you're going to have a ton of fun. You're going to do your fair share of partying.
That dab just has my throat on fire. I love it. So, but to me, acting in a haunted house is all improv acting. It's all off the top of the head, right? At least that's what I've always tried to teach everyone.
You can have little lines. You don't really have anything written down. You might have a few little lines in your head.
Like a couple of go-to lines.
In your head, but that's it. And then a lot of times, it's just improv. And sometimes you'll pick something up that's really cool.
Can you drink and smoke on the job? Me and Dan have some crazy, not officially.
Not publicly.
Not officially. No, you cannot. But,
there's always going to
be those bad employees that break the rules and that was us. Because
don't do what we did.
No, you'll get fired.
Yeah,
you do that now, you'll get fired.
Don't do what we did.
But excuse me. But when we were doing it, at least for us, it was all about the passion and the fun. So it was awesome to maybe have a drink, maybe have a smoke, and then go in there and scare people. And I mean, Dan, we've had some crazy times in the haunt, dude.
Well, I know. So there would be nights where it would go. You'd be in there for 7 hours.
7 hours.
And trust me, it's much better to do that for 7 hours when you're high
and drunk
on weed. Not like we're not talking.
Not like meth or nothing.
We're not doing
just
like
weed and alcohol. That's
weed
it.
And alcohol.
Weed and alcohol.
But you can have a lot of fun on some like really good dank Colorado weed when you're in there for 7 hours.
And we've got some good stuff here in Colorado.
And we did. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We scared a lot of people.
Yeah. At least me, myself. I mean, you're married, but even me, there towards the end there, I had my fair share of fun with girls at the haunt too. Even it's just
who didn't?
I mean, God, what wasn't there? There was weed, there was alcohol, there was girls.
Yeah, we were pretty blatant near the end there.
It was pretty bad. And
near the end, I was basically running an open bar out of the back of my Jeep.
Yeah, but you know what? I will say, throughout the midst of all that, sure, we were breaking the rules, and sure, we were partying and drinking and doing. But you know what? We always scared people.
We always stayed in our room.
We always stayed in our room. We always stayed in character.
Well, I know I stayed in my room.
I did not stay in my room. I'm a wanderer. That's why they eventually put me out into the line. They figured out I don't stay in my room.
Yeah, it was a free spirit.
I'm a free spirit.
You were also 10 years in. I was only.
Yeah, I just
I can cover 5 years.
I can cover 2 or 3 rooms in the haunted house and and be fine and have dialogue for each of those rooms. And for me, I've always found dialogue the best haunted house acting dialogue, or just I think acting dialogue you're gonna find is you can write down stuff, but the best stuff is gonna come from the top of your head, ad-libbed in the moment. I'll go into the haunt and I'll have a couple of my go-to lines that I like to use, like spine draggers, come on over here, mouth breathers, or whatever, you have a couple of your go-to, whatevers.
And sometimes that'll be enough to.
And that's just enough to spark it, and then you see a reaction, and you comment on something they do, or they say something to you, and I'm really good at
even sometimes mistakes will cause something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they had me running chainsaw on part of the haunt called the meat market. And I was low on gas one night. And a group of dudes come through. And dudes, if it's a bunch of like high school college dudes, usually they're going to talk shit.
Right.
They're going to talk shit. And I was low on gas and I ripped the saw and it didn't start right away. And somebody said something. I was like, oh, yeah, it sounded a little something like this. I ripped it again and thank God it went. It went and they took off. They just like scattered.
I call that a starburst.
Yeah, it was definitely a starburst.
Like that when they're all bunched in a group walking down the hall.
And it was really cool because they
fire
were all,
and they do this. It's called a starburst.
The dude at the front of the pack said something, and all the other guys were like, "Ooh!" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, did it sound a little something like this?" And I ripped it, and they all just fucking crushed his confidence with one rip of the saw.
Yeah, see, and the best stuff you can't plan for. In my opinion, the best scares, the best customer experiences, my best memories in haunts, none of them were planned. I was never like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then this is going to happen, and then that's going to be great. Sure, I've always planned stuff like that, but the ones that I reflect on now, none of them were planned.
Nope.
None of them were planned to go down like that. They just happened, spur of the moment. And that's what I love about acting, man. It's just, especially improv acting, it's just...
You know what I thought
it's just all raw passion, man.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it.
So what I started to think of the meat market as, so I was in there for at least a year.
Okay, you were in there for several years, I think, weren't you?
Well, at least one.
At least one, I do know that. Yeah. Power of Pine Sol, baby.
You get people, so it's just a maze. And you're in there long enough. You're in there for like 2 weekends. You know the maze by the back of your hand because you're in there for 7 hours.
Right.
But the customers are coming through. They might be in there for 2 minutes. And so many times they get lost and they go the right way. They go left instead of right, or right instead of left.
Yep.
And they go around again.
Yep.
And it reminded me of playing Nazi zombies when you get the zombie train going.
And that's a great thing about our haunted house in the parts that we are. Is it seasonal or year long? It's both, actually. There's positions in the company for both seasonal and year round. I actually used to work year round. I did it for 3 years year round. I did nothing but haunted houses for 3 years straight of my life, and I'm very blessed to have done it, and I love it, and it's something I love doing. I did it full time for 3 years, but then now I do it seasonally. And Dan, I think you've always done it seasonally, and I think most people do it seasonally.
Yeah.
But there are some of us lucky people that were able to do it full time, and people that still do it full time today.
But when we were doing it, I mean, our crew that ran the whole thing.
Has anyone ever got hurt?
Not seriously.
No. I'm a certified nurse's aide, and I always run the first aid when we're there. And I've never had any real serious. I've had to call the ambulance twice, and they were both for head injuries, people running and smacking their head into something. And then if there's blood, and the only reason I've called the ambulance both of those times was because they passed out. And then just in medicine, if people lose consciousness after a head injury, you should go to the hospital.
But that being said, our tagline for our haunt, so it's called City of the Dead. Our tagline was, we're known as the most intense haunt in Denver.
Yeah, we are known as.
And we have signage out front that, if you're a pregnant lady.
Plug for City of the Dead, guys. We love you.
Go. If you got a heart condition, you shouldn't go. But we can't tell you to not buy tickets. If you buy tickets, it's of your own choice.
But we've been doing haunted houses for a long time, and we love it. And just us personally, I mean, we've scared hundreds of thousands of people. Collectively, we've scared millions. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. Collectively, over the years, we've scared hundreds of millions of people, probably.
Well, at least
collectively over the years?
Millions.
I've been doing this for 13 years. At least millions, hundreds of millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. At least here in Colorado, we've been terrorizing Colorado for years.
Well, the last couple of years, our numbers for the season were in the 20,000.
Yeah, they've always been really good. So
it takes a lot. You gotta, even with a big haunt, you gotta work. You gotta work at it to run 20,000 people through a big ass haunt in 30 days.
Yeah, and it's not as easy as you would think. Some people think about, it's just a haunt, and
There's a lot of stuff that the customers
but
don't
I will
see.
say, as the former actor manager of a haunted house, that you get a lot of that excitement, and you get, I can do that, and that'll be fun, and that'll be easy, and it'll be extra money, and whatever. And then you get people that do it for 2 weeks, and then they find out that it's actually hard work, and then
you're
in
there
quit.
for 7 hours.
You're in there for 7 hours, and it's group after group after group after group, and you don't even got time to pee, and it's hot, and you're stuck in this mask, and you've got stuff
you're
and
sweaty and shit,
makeup all over your face, and you're in costume.
Shit
you got drunk guys coming through, and they're swinging at you. You got drunk girls hitting you. You got people throwing up. You got people falling all over. You got dudes trying to fight you. Meanwhile, you still got to be professional. You got to be scary and do your job.
Yeah.
And entertain. You have to be entertaining.
So it's not all like
it's not all
Mai Tais and Yahtzee out there, baby.
It's brutal. We haunters as just individuals, we know it's a lifestyle. Just we're a group of.
I'll put it to you this way:
we're our own people.
You don't have to be crazy to do it, but it sure fucking helps.
Yeah, and if you're not crazy, we will train you on the job.
Yeah.
So come on down. Yeah, if you guys are ever interested in working in a haunted house seasonally, I highly recommend it. It's something I've done my whole life.
You gotta be 18.
I love it. Well, at the one we do, but I mean,
other ones,
any other haunt,
you got a large choice. There's a lot
to pick. We are here in Denver, Colorado, and the one that we always frequent is City of the Dead here in Denver.
Get into a fight?
Did you get into a fight? I've never. I've been into one fist fight actually. I never swung back. You're never allowed to swing back on a customer ever. You're allowed to just
But
you got
this
to get
guy,
away.
Even though he didn't swing back, he was a bad motherfucker because the guy punched him like 4 or 5 times in the chest.
This is what happened. So the guy was walking into what we call the smoker, and it's just basically a box I can lock you in. 2 chainsaw guys can lock you in a box. It's basically
pitch black.
It's basically the plan back there.
You can't see it.
Pitch black box.
You can't see your hand in front of your face.
And we're pumping fog into this black box. And meanwhile, there's a chainsaw guy hiding in there. And there's another chainsaw guy that chased you in there. He comes around and he's holding the door. Now you're stuck in there with the chainsaw guy.
But you don't know.
And you don't know that because you can't even see it in front of your face. And so these guys walk in. They were running from the other chainsaw guy. They come into the box with me. They can't see me. I'm hiding in the corner. I fight. No, this is City of the Dead here in Denver, Colorado. Go check it out.
Yep.
13th. Yeah. Well, hey, we're all same family now. 13th floor in City of the Dead. They're all owned by the same company. 13th floor, City of the Dead Asylum. They're all owned by 13th Floor Productions. So they're all wonderful. But basically, they came running into this box, and I fired on the guy, and the guy got so scared. And he had nowhere to run because he was locked in there. He had nowhere to run, so it was fight or flight. He couldn't fight, so he decided to fight. He grabbed me and just punched me in the chest like 4 times. And I just fell down to the ground, and he knocked the wind out of me. My chainsaw is just laying on the ground. And the guy's freaking out. The door opens, and the other chainsaw guy sees me laying there. And the guy looks at me, and he's freaking out, man. And I get up, and I tell the guy, I say, are you scared? Because you should be, because you hit like a little bitch. And when I said that, I told the guy, you better run. And when I said that, this guy's face went from rage, like gonna fight, and he went and just took off because I got up off the floor and told him, you hit like a bitch. Well, he didn't. He clearly didn't hit like a bitch. He put me on the floor. He hit like a full-blown man.
Yeah, but
my adrenaline was so high that I didn't feel it. In the moment, I didn't feel it. So I chased him into the next room, and my best friend at the time was in the other room. And he came out from behind the curtain and blocked his path. and so now I'm on his ass with the chainsaw, and now this guy with needles sticking out of his face is blocking the path. The guy just decided to lay on the floor in the fetal position and give up.
Really?
Yeah. Jesse blocked him, and we got him on the ground in the fetal position. And we let him up, and he left, and I went back, and we had a great rest of the night. The next day, that guy did not hit like a bitch. I actually got a chest cold that season, and it hurt every time I coughed for about a month after that. I think he gave me a chest contusion. He seriously jacked me up. How much do they pay? It's not much. Like we say, if you want to work in a haunted house, you're not going to get rich. It's not about the money.
What'd you make?
It's all about the passion.
I made like maybe $1,500 for the season.
Yeah, it's not much.
Couple grand.
Working in a haunted house is all about the passion.
Not a lot.
You got to have a day job, and then you go there for
you
got
to do it because you love it.
Haunted houses is a work of passion. But I mean, God, I've been doing haunted houses for. What's your favorite part about haunted houses? Would you say it's acting or like building? Because we've done both. We've built them.
It's the acting.
And we've acted in them. Yeah, and that's what it is for me.
The building is all right. It's fun, but honestly, it's the acting.
They want to know, Dan. The people watching want to know. The people watching on video want to know why the guy in the blue shirt, which is you, is so mad.
Mad?
Yeah, that's a comment. Why is the guy in the blue shirt so mad?
I'm not mad. See?
He's not mad. Problem solved. Yeah. What is the work schedule like? Work schedule for haunted houses, it's always night. We always required our actors to show up at 4 o'clock so they can get into makeup. And then, most haunted houses run till 12 or 1 o'clock 1 o'clock in the morning here in Denver.
Uh-huh.
So from 4 to 1 a.m. Blue shirt looks like he picks flowers and then stomps on them.
No.
Wow.
Why don't
the
do
people
I don't
are
do
not liking your mood tonight.
I'm tired.
So I'm guessing the people on our audio only on the podcast, I'm guessing they're going to be a little more welcoming to you. They're not going to see the sour look that you have on your face tonight.
Well, I'm very sorry. I'm not angry.
He's not
angry. I swear
angry.
to God.
I'm
just tired.
What are you so tired from?
Yesterday.
He's tired from yesterday.
Enough said.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't see our scope from yesterday, go check that out because
you should be more tired than me.
And I'm not. I feel great today. So, favorite scary movie. My favorite scary movie, without a doubt, is going to be all the Nightmare on Elm Street. I love Freddy Krueger, and my favorite Freddy Krueger line is, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." What's your favorite scary movie?
I've got two. Can I have two?
You can have two.
I would have to say mine is Halloween.
Michael Myers cannot
I like
go
the
wrong.
original.
Michael
and
Myers
I like
and
the
Jamie Lee
remake
Curtis.
that Rob Zombie did. Rob Zombie did it justice. I just want to say that. Rob Zombie
I don't
did
think
it justice.
Rob Zombie beat the original. I don't think he beat John Carpenter's.
No, but he did it justice.
He did very well.
He did a good job.
Yeah. What is your favorite scary movie?
My favorite monster movie is, sorry to interrupt, my favorite monster movie is, great, now I can't think of the name. It's,
favorite monster movie. My favorite monster movie is, Midian.
Not, if that's not the name of it, but they go to where the monsters live, and it's called Midian. Nightbreed.
Nightbreed. I don't even know if I've ever seen that. I don't even know if I know what that is.
You haven't seen Nightbreed?
I don't think so. Maybe I should be ashamed of myself.
The makeup in Nightbreed is...
I will have to watch Nightbreed.
Is on another level.
The Shining. Oh, yeah, The Shining
is a classic. The Shining is up there. The Shining
is one of my favorites. My favorite horror movie of all time is actually probably just movie itself, not based on a character, is going to be The Exorcist. But because I love the special effects and all the acting in The Exorcist. But
The Exorcist, another good one.
I think that's a great movie.
You like the original?
I think that's the only Exorcist that there is worth watching. I've seen the other ones and I don't like them.
I saw that as a young,
although I will say
teenager.
The movie,
and when it originally came out, and you saw it as a young teenager. Goddamn.
I will say, have you ever seen that movie, The Right? Have you been to the Stanley? Oh, yeah. We actually were living here. I was born and raised here in Colorado.
That's up in Estes Park.
And I actually, my best friend, actually, at the time in high school, he actually, for his birthday, his mother rented him a room at the Stanley Hotel for him and a few of his buddies. We all just crammed in that room. And she asked for one of the rooms that was haunted. And so we got, I don't remember the room, but we got one of these rooms. It was one of the minor haunted rooms, not one of the most famous, but it was a room said to have had activity. And we stayed in that room and, we kind of did some things in the room and we all took our cameras and cell phones and flashlights and we were able to walk this part of the hotel that we were in at night. And, we kind of looked in the room and not much happened. Well, then we had kind of went out, down and around and we had did some things.
I didn't know that.
And
you never told me you stayed at the Stanley.
Oh, yeah, dude. And then we had kind of went around and we had did some things. Yeah, I'm sure it was expensive. And we kind of went around and we had seen some things on our cameras and things and we were just kind of messing around in the hallways. I had went back to the room for something. I don't know why. I think, I was going to try and get some sleep. I had went back to the room and I was laying in the bed. And I laid down next to the bed. And I was laying and I wasn't the only one in the room. I was laying in the bed. And my friend's mom, she was sleeping in the other bed. So, I wasn't the only one in the room. And there was like two other girls sleeping. All the girls were sleeping, the older girls. They were all sleeping. And so I went back to the room and I was sleeping in the bed. And I started to fall asleep. And then all of a sudden, I just got really uneasy. I just got super kind of scared. This overwhelming fear came over me.
And there's all kinds of people. You're not alone.
I'm not alone. The room's dark, and just this overwhelming fear just came over. It's like if me and you were sitting here and I'm fine, and all of a sudden I just started having this panic attack out of nowhere. And I grew up religious, but I'm not really super religious anymore. But boy, in that moment, did my religion come back? I opened that drawer and grabbed that Bible and hugged it and ran out of that room. And the next day we went on the haunted tour, and the guy asked, are you guys staying in a haunted room? And I told him, yeah, we're staying in a haunted room. And he said, do you guys experience anything? We told him all the other little things that we had saw and stuff. And I had told him about my experience in that room. And he said, it's funny. Because we said, we didn't experience anything in that room. And I said, well, the only thing that happened to me was I got a panic attack. And he said, you know why? He said, the story of that room is that it was a gambler's room. And they gambled at the table there that's in your room. And it's a little round table. And the guy... He was a cheater. He cheated at gambling, and he got busted for cheating and gambling, and they murdered him in that room. Whoa. And he said, so maybe that fear and that anxiety that you felt was him in his last moments when he was caught and he was about to die. Maybe you felt his fear and his anxiety. So do I believe in ghosts and things like that? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Do you believe in ghosts, Dan? Thanks for the hearts. Oh! Boy. Dan is getting a call from Carla. Put her on speakerphone.
Yo.
Wow.
All right.
It's going great. Carla, you're live on the podcast. How's it going?
What? Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing just a quick podcast, and then we're not going to be super late tonight because we both have shit to do in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nope. All right. Okay. All right, bye. Sorry about that, folks.
Wow. That was the most awkward 30 seconds of my life.
Really?
And you cut off all of our one fan on Periscope,
well, no,
so they're going to be pissed.
My wife did.
So thanks, Carla. We love you. And if you were watching us on Periscope, give us a call back. You should have just put Carla on speakerphone, and we could have interviewed Carla for a little bit.
She's at work.
So? She obviously had a minute to talk. I'm sure she would have been down. Hello! Welcome back, Periscope! Sorry you got cut off there, guys, if you were watching us on the Periscope. Dan's wife called. And you know, happy wife, happy life. So, you always got to make the little lady happy. Not only that, she's not really the little lady in your life, is she, Dan? She's more like the warden.
No, she's the little lady.
Really? Does that make your wife?
I'm over here, aren't I?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
How many trips do you go in a year?
Well... Wow, God, you got so hostile there. I don't go on very many trips because I don't have a wife to buy me trips.
I've got a sugar.
So, but if Dan, you're kind of my hero, because if I had a wife that just bought me trips and I didn't really have trips in a Harley and I didn't have to do much other than
it's not
make her happy.
It's not by choice.
I know it's not by choice, but I think that
and a lot of people I know, they're gonna hear that. Oh yeah, fucking sure, whatever.
Yeah, I'm your friend. I know that's really not by choice, but I'm just saying. I think I don't know. I think that's kind of an American dream you're living there. So welcome to America. You got a sugar mama. She's kind of providing for you.
I know, but I'd like it. Honestly, I'd like it if it was the other way around.
Oh, I know you would, but I think that's also an old school way of thinking, actually,
Well, not in that respect. I just don't want her to have to.
We're inviting guests, guys. Come and join us on the Periscope if you're there. How's it going? I'm going to do another dab. This is going pretty well. What do you think?
I think it's going
We're actually new to the podcast scene, and we're trying to take it seriously. We're trying to take it by the horns. We want to come to you guys live, tell you what's in our minds, because we're always sitting here, reminiscing, talking about stuff, and we thought, why not bring other people in on the conversation?
Why not bring other people in?
Why not bring other people in?
They say...
What up, boys? What up? Officer Rodney Farva is back, guys.
What is
Everybody,
up?
We have a guest on Periscope. Welcome back, Officer Rodney Farva. He's been hanging out with us a couple nights here, and we love him. So in honor of you coming back, Rodney Farva, I'm going to do another bong rip just for you, Farva. This one's for you, Farva.
Just for you.
So, Farva, what's going on tonight? We were talking about haunted places here in Colorado. We're here in Colorado. I live in Colorado. We were talking about the Stanley. Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever had a ghost experience? Dab if you're gonna... Oh, dab it to your dome piece. Oh, dab it to your dome piece. I'm gonna. Come into my dome piece. Do you believe in ghosts, Farva? Anyone listening, do you guys believe in ghosts?
Is there a haunted place in America you've always wanted to go to?
Have you been somewhere haunted? What about you, Dan? Have you ever been anywhere haunted? Is there haunted places? No, this is a real... Have you ever been in... Is there haunted places in Canada? Like real famous ones? And have you been to them?
Not that I know, but I'm sure there is.
Okay.
There's a lot of...
Anyone out there listening?
There is a lot of, abandoned mining towns.
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Farva's been to Gettysburg. Wow.
In the interior of British Columbia.
Okay.
A lot of abandoned mining towns.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So,
Did you ever go to those mining towns and into the mines?
No, it was more, we'd go to abandoned,
Farva, I'm heating up the nail just for you, buddy.
Fish plants. My old man was a fisherman.
So
you'd see these ruins of the fish plant,
right.
And then as you went down the inlet farther and you'd look on the land, then you would see the fish plant, and farther down you'd see little huts where people were living.
So it was a haunted fish plant?
Well, it could have been. I mean, it looked creepy enough.
But you don't actually know if it was?
No, but everything, everything that was there to make a fish plant go was still there. It was just abandoned.
I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in God. That's always kind of been a call in, man. I'd love to hear from you because that's actually kind of a funny perspective. I always think that maybe if you believe in ghosts, I've always thought maybe you had to think there was somewhere for them to go, like a heaven or hell type situation. But,
well, I always thought that was a weird thing.
I don't believe in God, but I do believe in ghosts. So I'm actually quite the opposite of you.
To me, that was a weird thing for me. I was like, why is there that separation between things that are haunted and your faith?
Right. Well, that's the thing too, is that, I grew up in the church. My grandma took me to church every Sunday and everything like that. Not saying that I'm... But, I also grew up, like we were saying earlier in the podcast, that, I've been doing haunted houses my whole life. And the Christian folks don't like Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not a practicing Christian anyways. Because I just, I don't know. Growing up, I always see
that one's for you, Farva. Thanks for joining us. Guys, call in. Conversation's going great tonight. We want to hear from you. Do you believe in haunted places? And have you been to any? We want to hear your ghost stories. We do haunted houses for a living, and we want to hear your real life. Whether, have you been to a haunted house? You got a favorite haunted house you've been to? Do you have an actor that just scared the hell out of you? I'll tell you, actually, the very first haunted house that I ever went to, my grandmother took me. And actually, that year, it was before I even worked in haunted houses.
And how old were you?
Oh, I was like 11 or 12. And that year, all my cousins and my mother and everyone had went to a haunted house. We all went to go out to eat at the Golden Corral one night. It's a big all-you-can-eat buffet here. I'm sure it's everywhere. Everyone's probably like, we know, stupid. But we went out to eat at this all-you-can-eat buffet. And, we were there with the grandparents and everyone. I never saw a ghost, but I saw a UFO. Oh, I got a UFO story, too, and I'll tell you that next. But we were all there at this buffet, and we were eating it, and then we're all going to – the whole family's going to go out to this haunted house after, right? Well, but except for Grandma and Grandpa. Grandma and Grandpa and the kids are going to go back home. I didn't know I was one of the kids at the time.
How old were you?
I was, like I said, 11 or 12.
Okay.
So I am one of – yeah, I'm not super young, but, I was to one of the – and they didn't think I can handle it at the time. God, great. No, my guys. I hope you guys find him. Stay safe. Y'all.
Stay
safe. Find who?
Find who?
We didn't lose anyone.
Nope.
But, excuse me, that dab is coming back with a vengeance. Wow. But anyway, I came back from the bathroom and basically everyone was gone and they were going to this haunted house. So we don't think you can handle it. My grandma ended up feeling bad for me. Took me and my little brother to this haunted house, right?
Uh-huh.
Boy, they were right. No, I probably could not have handled it. Because they took us to this haunted house and little brother got scared in line. Him and Aunt went back to the car. Me and Grandma,
Isaiah?
we got it. Yeah, Isaiah got scared in line. The chainsaw guy scared him in line, and he had to go back to the car with my aunt.
Really?
So Isaiah couldn't make it past the ticket booth. I, however, was so brave, I made it to the front door. And then as soon as I made it to the front door, I got scared, and I wanted to leave.
Did you go through?
Well, my grandma asked the lady, he's now scared. Is there a way I can get a refund? And she said, there's no refunds.
Did you go through?
Because we all know in haunted houses, no refunds. My grandma said, you're going through. I paid, you're going through.
Yeah.
And we were there at the door. So I remember they opened this. It was Murray's. And actually, Rich worked at Murray's at the time. I know this from my investigative research in the business. They banged on this big metal door. Bang! 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 Had a picture of a pig drew on it. They slid open this big metal door. We walked in and there's meat bags hanging everywhere. And then we walk in, and this guy's got this girl laying on this gurney, and there's a strobe light going on this girl. This girl wakes up, and she starts yelling, help me, he's going to get you, get out of here. And this guy comes out, and he tells her, shut up, and he slams her down into the gurney, and he starts sawing into her skull with a bone saw. Sconce. And I freak out, and the guy looks at me, and he says, you're next. And I'm like, no. And then the guy,
that Rich?
No. And then the guy tells me, Grandpa's gonna get you. And I tell him, not my grandpa. My grandpa loves me. My grandpa would never hurt me. And I ran down the hall. I was scared and I was crying. And then basically we get down to the end, and then I've got my face buried in my grandma's back. My grandma's walking with a cane through this haunted house. I'm crying into her back, and the lady's leading us through, making sure my grandma doesn't fall. And yeah, dude, it was intense. It was intense. It spurred me into haunted houses as I got older.
It scared him into haunted houses.
Well, I'm sorry your grandma did that to you. My grandma was nice, and she took me to haunted houses, and I miss her. But we got to the end, and I hear the lady tell my grandmother that this is the end. They're just going to attack. It's best if he just runs. Mm-hmm. And I look up, and I'm like, I'm not leaving you guys and running. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah. That's not going to happen. So I finished the haunted house crying in my grandma's back the whole time. And my grandma laughs through the whole thing. And then the following year, my best friend, he worked in a haunted house. He took me, and they actually sent me my very first night into the haunted house to clear it by myself. Uh-huh. I had to walk the haunted house by myself. No one was in it. But when I got to the Texas Chainsaw House, a gentleman named Andrew came. And he was running chainsaw in that haunted house. He kicked open the door and started swinging it at me. Wah! And he scared the hell out of me. And I was like, hey, there's a meeting, dude. Don't. And that was my introduction into haunted houses. And then once I obviously had already known what it was like to be scared. And at the time, I didn't like it. But when they dressed me up and I was able to scare people, and it turned and I felt what it was like to then scare instead of be scared, I loved it. And I've been doing it for 13 years ever since. So
Sherry.
Welcome, Sherry. Have you guys ever been to haunted houses? Sorry. Have you guys ever been to haunted houses? And if you have, we want to hear about them. Dan, what would you say your favorite character to play in a haunted house is? Like, you've played a lot of things in haunts. What would you say your favorite thing to do? Your favorite thing in a haunt to be
my favorite character?
Yeah. You look like Sam Roberts. Who's Sam Roberts?
I don't know. My favorite character, though.
But thank you.
I have to say it was the original character.
Who is Sam Roberts? Sam Roberts and Biff. I don't know. Are you talking smack? Because if you are, it's going right over our heads, buddy.
Yeah.
So anyway.
No, Deacon Tam.
Deacon Tam. Nice.
And then the funnest character I ever did was the chainsaw guy in the meat market.
In the meat market,
that was the most
running
fun.
Running chainsaws in haunted houses is loud.
You gotta wear earplugs.
It's intense. I love it.
But
I love it
because we take
the mufflers off ours.
We take
Not
the
all
mufflers
haunts
off the
can
chainsaw.
Do that. A lot of haunts legally can't do that. But yeah, man, I absolutely love haunts, and I've been acting in them for a long time, and I think improv acting all just comes off the top of your head. I really think that's the most important thing when you're acting in a haunt is just to clear. I always tell people, they say, "What do?" I say, just clear your mind.
It's just the first day
really
of your
just
podcast.
let it come to you.
This is like day 5.
Yeah, like day 5.
So not the first day, but close. It's not many days after.
But it is our first day going to be for our YouTube channel and for our Anchor channels. So it is our first day on both of those. Podcast going right now as well.
We got like YouTube,
but not on the Periscope. We've been doing Periscope for a while. We're going on 3 different things right now.
Yeah, we got 3 devices going.
Get Foggy in there. You got it. Customer is always right.
But you see,
subscribe, like us.
I don't know if I told
follow us because we love you, and this is for you guys. It's gonna get foggy.
So we didn't have haunted houses on Vancouver Island, but what we did have.
Dan, will you load me a dab of shatter? You might have to take it out and break it and stick it on there. Here we go. It's going to get foggy. But anyway.
We had this thing on Vancouver Island.
Uh-huh.
It was called the Sleepy Hollow. And it was a mile of wooded road. There's like big trees on either side, and the whole community would get involved.
Oh, come on, bigger than that, Dan. Dan's trying to load me up with this tiny little baby.
Sorry, I forgot.
Dab. I am a dab.
He's a stoner.
Dabbing.
He's a committed stoner.
Machine. So come on, guys, if you're listening with us right now, whether live or you're listening to this later on, heat up your dab rig. Get down on the action. Oh, what? Oh, you dropped a bunch of it out, but don't forget, it's on your leg.
No, I put that there.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. This is for you guys. You guys said make it foggy.
So I could get...
I'm going to make it foggy, guys. Here we go. This is for you guys. Oh, shit, I dropped some.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't on that road yet.
Really, Dan?
What?
Okay, we got to redo it. Dan clearly doesn't know how to load it. That was my fault, letting an amateur do that. Give me that.
Hey.
Give me that. I'll do it, my friend. Thank you. Talk to the nice people.
Uh-huh. Well, you got like shatter and...
Yeah, I know.
Wax and shatter.
Well, it's actually both shatter, but one's a poorly made shatter.
Anyways, where I'm from, they had the Sleepy Hollow, which was a mile of wooded road, and everybody would come out and they'd put like scarecrows. They would put all kinds of like Halloween-y shit along the road.
Halloweeny? I used to date a girl that would say she would call it Halla motherfucking weenie.
And it was really cool because the whole goddamn community got into it. And every year it was like this big thing. You'd have this parade of cars. Hundreds of cars would go down the stretch of road and check out all the memorabilia, check out all the pumpkins, and people would put up scarecrows and bloody scarecrows.
Oh, nice.
And like sometimes they'd put like heads on pikes and just all kinds of stuff lining the trees,
in Canada.
The tree line. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was called Sleepy Hollow.
Canada really knows how to do Halloween.
And then now, years later, this is when I was a kid. The fast forward 20 some odd years later, and they've cut the forest back for so much now for zoning that you can't even do that now. So it's kind of sad, but whatever. But that was kind of our introduction into Halloween. It wasn't just, trick-or-treating. We'd go and do that. It was kind of a tradition. So, but I was always, as a kid, I was always a fan of Halloween and scary stuff.
Excuse me.
Scary movies. So yeah, and then working at
powerful dab.
Working at the haunt, burning your throat.
Oh man, my throat is on fire right now from that dab. It's amazing. I love it. Starting to sweat. Taste is great. Love it.
Okay, he likes it. He likes pain, ladies.
Wow.
But working at the haunt was really enjoyable because you would like, especially when you're busy.
I've got to go get me some water after that dab. I'll be right back.
Busy almost feeds your adrenaline.
The strain is right here, Northern Huckleberry Shatter, 87.49%.
So yeah, it would get really busy. We'd have things called conga lines. And in the haunted house, and in our haunted house, what a conga line meant was you would have 30 people in a group. It would be so busy that groups would end up glommed up together. So you'd have like 30 people in a row that you would have to scare in a big group. So that was kind of, I don't know, you're kind of indifferent about that. But in 2 years, I worked 5 years in the haunted house industry. In 2 years at City of the Dead, I ended up getting an Actor of the Year award. So that was kind of cool. Was there a headless horseman? There was not a headless horseman. But there were a lot of like ugly, gross zombie heads in the haunt. So there is that. Because we were a zombie-themed haunted house.
Well, I'm going to do my best to keep the coughing to a minimum so I'm not.
So that was another good thing.
But that dab was intense.
A zombie-themed haunted house. I mean, if you know of any other zombie-themed haunted houses around the country, let us know.
There's 2 City of the Dead. Did you know that?
Let us know.
Dan?
What?
Did you know that there's 2 City of the Dead haunted houses?
I think I remember hearing something about that. I think I remember.
Me and John met the others when we went to Transworld trade show. And they're very nice. We love them. They were good friends of ours.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We got a caller calling in.
What's up?
Is your volume all the way up?
I think so. Should be.
Hello. Wow. Hello. Scream. I love it.
That's a good scream. You should go audition.
You should work in a haunted house. Oh my God, that dad killed me. What's your name?
Hello. Was that you just screaming?
Yeah, that was screaming.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to go audition. You need to go down to City of the Dead and audition. Because they like screamers at the haunted house in a professional manner. Have you ever worked in a haunted house before? No. Have you ever thought about it? No?
I don't know. I get kind of scared easily.
You scare easily? It's different when you're on the other side. Trust me, it's way more fun. When you're on the other side, it's way more fun. And for the most part, as long as you follow the main guidelines of the rules, like our guidelines are you're not allowed to touch customers. They're not allowed to touch you. You got to stay in character. As long as you follow the main rules, you kind of have carte blanche to scare them any way you want.
Oh my God, that was
there's
intense.
The only thing they say is no cussing. You can't say fuck, shit, piss, fuck you. You can't use cuss words.
I almost died.
So you got to get kind of creative with your scaring if you're into, if you like doing dialogue with your scares.
That dab almost killed me, Dan. Dan,
I might not make it. Killed him.
Hello, guest. What's your name?
Yeah, what is your name?
Queen Nessa.
Queen Nessa.
Hello, Queen. All hail the Queen. Long live the Queen.
What's your names?
Long live the Queen.
He's high. He's definitely high. He's not low.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm having a... It's going to pass here any minute. I'm just sweating here profusely.
Speaking of, being high and talking about haunted houses, now, our management team could not...
okay.
Oh, I guess she's
Goodbye,
gone.
Queen right. Nessa. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for coming. Wow. Sorry about all the coughing. I should never do that big of a dab again when we're live. But I probably will. So.
But you have a...
I've got a fairly high...
I don't know.
I mean, I'm fine now. It was just, it gets intense there.
I know.
You do a big dab like that.
I know, but you're like, we want to see your eyes pop out of your head when you do a dab. Okay.
Yes, guys. How you doing? We're doing good. How are you doing? Brain rush. Yeah, talk about
brain rush. Yeah.
Yeah. Dan.
The whoosh.
Dan, do you remember the first time you ever got high on marijuana?
I do remember the first time.
Please tell me about it, because I don't think I've ever heard this story.
Oh, the first, really?
The very first time you ever got high.
Like high.
I mean really high.
Like wheelchair.
Not like you smoked dirt weed out of an apple bong.
I don't know if you have this saying.
Yo, Brian!
But in Canada,
yo, guys,
you get really fucked up on some weed.
Hold on, Dan. Hold on, buddy. I don't mean to cut you off, but we're connecting a caller right now. Brian, We've had him before.
What's up?
He's coming in 2, 1.
Oh, this is Brian from...
Brian, you called the other day, buddy. How you doing? It's good to see you again, my friend.
What's up? How you doing?
Okay, Brian.
Maybe he's got
I think
a
he
bad
was
connection.
having some problems with his connection there because he called us again the other night, and he's got a great point of view on life, and I love hearing from the guy. So, Brian, give us a call back, buddy. Would love to hear from you.
Most definitely.
Get that figured out with your phone.
But
anyways, you were saying my Canadian friend.
Yeah, so we have this saying, or me and my buddy Joey Berry had this saying.
Hey, how goes that, guys?
Wheelchair weed. Now, if you don't know what wheelchair weed is, maybe you do, maybe... but basically, you're wheelchair bait. You're fucked up. You can't move anywhere. You're stuck in a chair for the next 6 hours.
Wow.
And that's what happened to me. We fucking Joey Berry, a friend of mine from back in the day, rolled like a blunt. You know, back in the day when you had to put the zigzag papers together and make a big paper instead of a regular size paper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he had that all rolled up and ready to go when I got there, and we started smoking that. I think I was like 5 hits in, and you know I can see you, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what those bigger zigzags were. I don't know what those are.
The zigzag
I'm younger
papers.
than you. I was born.
So you know how you can go and get the paper that's in the little thing, and
yeah, I've seen the little papers. Yeah,
it's just like that.
But you said they sell jumbo ones?
No, you had to make them. You had to take like 4 or 5 papers.
Oh, and then you start gluing them together.
And you lick them and you put them together.
Okay, yes. Now I know. Okay, sorry, you had lost me, but I also have like 11 dabs to my face.
Yeah, so you'd do that, and you'd roll that up. He had that ready to go when I got there, and I was like 5, 6 hits in, and all of a sudden this thing hit me like a fucking tidal wave. Wow. And I ended up in the chair in front of fucking Joey Berry's TV for like the next 7 hours of my life.
Fucking Joey Berry.
Yeah, Joey Berry was he was no joke. He liked to smoke weed, among other things.
It sounds like I would have liked him. Sounds like we could have used Joey Berry here on the L&D experience. But Dan, I'll tell you what, buddy. Our anchor's telling us that it is coming up on 1 hour. Can you believe we've already been
an hour?
An hour into this podcast.
That's crazy.
We're already an hour
into this podcast. It goes by quick,
podcast.
man.
It goes by so fast. So if you're still hanging in there with us, guys, unfortunately, we're going to do one more quick dab, and then we're going to call it quits
for the night on a Monday night.
For right now.
Let everybody.
That's 1 hour. But this one's going to be for you guys.
Let everybody get to bed early.
So just break me off a chunk, and I'm going to drop it in. We're going to do it old-fashioned. This one goes to you guys. Happy Monday. We love you guys. Thanks for sticking with us for the whole hour, some of you. We appreciate it. You guys are awesome. This dab's for you guys. This is going to be awesome.
I'm sorry, go get some rest, unfortunately, so you can get up, and you got to go grind out at that job for the man. You got to grind
it out for the man tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow when you're at that job, I want you guys to remember that
you're doing this dab for you.
You guys are fucking beasts, and I'm doing this dab for you tomorrow.
Make sure you be the star player.
When you're at that job, make sure you're grinding it out. Just it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I'm going to be at my job tomorrow along with you, and I'm going to be thinking the same exact fucking thing. This sucks, but you know what?
What we gotta do? We gotta pay to play.
We'll be back here tomorrow night, and we'll talk about it. This is to you guys. Here we go.
There you go.
Okay. I'm probably gonna die, so I've got to cut it off. Remember, guys, never lie, steal, or cheat. But if you must lie in the arms of the one you love. If you must steal away from bad company. And if you must cheat death. We love you, you beautiful guys.
Don't let the man get you down.
Stay golden. Thanks, everybody.